You are listening to Apex One Radio. Stay with us for the best bet in the new wave of communication. Apex One Radio. Get informed, enjoy, and learn.
Hello all and welcome back to your favorite program Apex Snapshot here on Apex One Radio, and we are broadcasting live from Columbus, Ohio in the United States of America. Before we went on that short musical break, I told you guys we had a special surprise for you, and our reporter Cynthia Wancha will be having a special guest for us all the way from Bamenda in Cameroon. So right now we just arrived Bamenda and here is Cynthia Wancha for you guys. Hello, Cynthia.
Good afternoon. I don't know what I can tell precisely what time you have there.
It's good morning, Cynthia. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. In Cameroon, it's actually afternoon. We have some 15 minutes gone past the hour of 2. So, like you earlier on indicated, we're coming on board this afternoon to talk about stage theater. And I have a guest with me, Mr. Vuga Samson. He's popularly known as Grandpa. He's going to be talking a lot about stage drama or stage theater. If I got it right, Mr. Vuga is an expert in it. He'll definitely be telling us, he's definitely going to be telling us more on this. We want to look at how the evolution of motion pictures in Cameroon. We'll be finding out from Mr. Vuga Samson if it had a negative toll on stage drama and a whole lot of other things. But first, allow me get Mr. Vuga Samson. It's a man with many caps. Allow me get him to introduce himself to us on the program Apex Snapshot on Apex One Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being on this program, and I want to say that I'm an actor, I'm a teacher, I'm a writer.
I told you it's a man with many caps. Hello, sister. Are we okay?
Oh yeah, you guys are 100% okay.
Okay. All right. So what will the very first thing we want to find out from Mr. Vuga Samson, alias Grandpa, has the evolution of motion pictures in Cameroon had a negative toll on stage drama?
I would say yes and no. I have a reason.
Okay.
Yes, because young performers, people who have that passion for acting, some just think that they just have to stand in front of the camera. They don't want to think that they can go through theater. So, theater is the mother of the art. So I believe that, from stage acting, with stage acting you are challenged because it must be word perfect. You must keep the line the way they are. And if you make a mistake, it affects the entire performance. So you're always very cautious when you're on stage. But some just want to think, okay, let's do it in front of the camera. That is the problem. But if you pass through the stage, it's quite challenging. When you get now to film acting, I think that it's just, getting a square peg into a square hole.
Right. Can we find out from you, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 30 years.
Can you recall your days in the theater and tell us how the art picked at the time?
Okay, I want to say that theater was very, very interesting, and the audience was there. When I was in CTC Bali in the early 80s, because I left CTC Bali at the end of the academic year 1984 in opposite. I went there in Form 2, so it was quite a nice time there. Because I can recall when we were even in high school, we were of the science class. And at that time, we had Pate Bison of pleasant memory, Pate Bison, the distinguished Cameroonian writer, who died, may so rest in perfect peace. He decided to come to the science class to select his actors from the science class. So I started from that very early age, inspired by people like the principal of Juliet downtown on Tantangi Film for. He was a wonderful actor, just like David Chuyebuni of CRTV. These are people who inspired me. They have a Mosinga Drama Club. We used to have performances in school. Every time we had performances, that's how we're motivated. So the school too had the drama club. So it was just, an exercise we're going through just as we had our studies. So I want to say that was quite interesting.
What about the population that used to turn out to watch most of the plays?
The audience, they were there. They were motivated to come and watch this drama.
And what is happening, which presents the motion pictures?
The problem now is that, we have TV sets, we have different channels. People can turn from one channel to the next to watch films, to watch other programs. So to leave and go for a play, but people still keep drinking in Cameroon. You can't take away beer from the people. You can't take away what they call Allah, and funeral celebrations, because there's a lot of whining and dining. But when it comes to stage plays now, it seems as if people don't have time. But it is really something that can relieve you of stress. If you have a problem and you watch a stage play, your solution can come from the stage play. Because when the actors, they do it well, at the end of the performance, they give them a standing ovation. And that was a serious motivating factor. The actors and actresses, they used to be word perfect. But now you see when somebody is given a film script, to be word perfect, some say they want to improvise. No way. You have to be word perfect. Because the writer has a message to pass across. So you just need to give the lines. You have to say yes. Just say yes. Don't say yes, but, don't add it because we're acting another movie. So it was quite interesting. And I want to say that it is the attitude of, Cameroonians now. When it comes, they spend more time for drinking and other things. But this is, the world is fast developing and we're in a global village. And Cameroonians must learn how to be committed. If we say there are no jobs, okay, what has become of drama? If the young people were seriously engaged in drama and acting plays left and right, you'll soon discover that even the elderly ones will say, no, there is something in it. But even the younger ones, they're intercopying, the examples of the older people, Kitoko, Lion d'Or, this sachet whiskey. That's what is disturbing the young people now. I don't think something has gone wrong, but the only point is the attitude of the young people. Yes.
Now, can something be done to get people back to the halls to watch it?
Yes, something can be done.
What is that?
And you start in schools, the different schools. Let drama be taken seriously. I used to organize, some program where I get primary schools involved to compete so that we have some workshop before the performances in order to let the kids improve their skills on acting. We used to have some lessons too from some guys abroad, since the Nedna is a global village, So we take those ideas and we share with the young people. But now we have, some theater groups in Amanda City, young people who are involved in drama. And I keep encouraging them that let's get back to drama. And if we get back to drama, we'll be easily, when it comes to film acting, we can easily get into our emotions. Because the difference there is just amplification. On stage you amplify. You may exaggerate your laughter on stage, but if it's a movie, you'll not laugh the way you laugh on stage. But it's all laughter. You can cry on stage. When in front of the camera, you can still cry. So it's just the amplification that makes the difference. So something is happening.
Okay, now that you talked about schools, could you just very briefly do an evaluation of stage drama at the level of school? You just initially indicated that you had one at your campus. Beyond that, what else?
In other schools, you also have drama clubs, yes. So we used to organize some competitions for both primary and secondary schools. And the objective is to motivate the young people to be involved in drama. They like drama, even in nursery schools. But the point is that the way it is done, the teachers taking care of these young people, they don't prepare them well. It's just some kind of play kind of thing, and they don't teach, the kids the techniques. But I think that if the teachers in the different schools can be trained on how to drill kids to act on stage, I think that drama will come back to life. Yes, but all is not lost because in Cameroon, there are some elderly persons who are doing a lot to promote theater for young people. I'm thinking of a group like Théâtre Chocolat, by Tudi Zeya. He's French speaking, but I've met with him. We are together in Sosilada, the Copyright Corporation for Literature and Dramatic Arts. He's doing a lot in the domain of theater for young people, for children and young people, because he's in charge of Ashitage, the organization that takes care of theater for children and young people in Africa. And then, in Cameroon, there will be a festival, in November, starting on the 13th of November. So it's based on theater for children and young people. So I'm going to be part of that festival, and during that festival there will be workshops, to motivate the young people. So I'll be going there with a troupe, and in that troupe you have a number of young people in the troupe. The majority of people there are young people. So things are happening, and there are other young groups, in Bamenda City that I'm working with. Each time, they come to me and say, okay, let's do something together. That's why even today, as we are talking now like this, we have a rehearsal session of a play, Wisdom of the Gods, by a literature teacher, Mr. Ernest P.S.S. Mancon. It's another person who is very much, into theater. So he has a book, Wisdom of the Gods. I'm presently working on that with a good number of young people. So that's one way of, promoting theater, especially here in the Northwest region and Bamenda in particular.
The very last question before we take leave of you: do stage actors have an advantage over the ones who have never been there but do set up?
Yes, they have an advantage, but they must know that when you're acting in front of the camera, there are certain things that you shouldn't exaggerate. Yes, because at one time I become some difficulty to be able to moderate in front of the camera.
Okay.
But I want to think that if you, in front of the camera, just be natural, try to be as much as conversational as possible, and if you want to cry or to express some emotions or lamentation, you don't need to vibrate or get much, change your position a lot or whatever. If you have the emotions and you have just a drop of tear, running down your cheeks, it shows that you're actually lamenting, that there's something serious. So, but I think that those who are passed through the stage, they have an advantage.
Okay.
They have an advantage. So there are some people that when they just get in, it's very easy for the director to be able to moderate and let the person do what he's supposed to do. But I think, especially with me, the stage has played a lot in my acting.
Okay. Now, the very last thing, Carrie.
Yeah, I think I do have a question for Grandpa when you're done.
Okay. All right. We're listening.
Okay. I would like to know if there's anyone who's interested in joining a theater troupe. How does that person go about it? Because I've had situations where people were really very willing and interested, but they didn't know where to go.
Okay. Did you get there?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. If you are looking for a place where you can be schooled on acting, I want to say that in Cameroon now, in some universities, the Department of Performing Arts, they're offering some courses in cinematography, and then with some polytechnics. But I want to think that in Bamenda City, as far as theater is concerned, if you go to Alliance Française, but because it has now a black director, Alliance Française, the young man who is there in the person of Nana Ricardo, he's doing a lot. He has been in the English-speaking region for a long time, and he's been doing a lot as far as stage acting is concerned. He's doing a lot to promote that. So if somebody, wants to get into stage acting and all and does not know what to do, he just goes to Alliance Française, Bamenda, because I've been there, as a committee member. Each time, I go there to do a number of projects with the Alliance Française Bamenda in partnership with them. So that's the place, to for the person to go.
Okay. I think if we go away without asking Mr. Vuga to give us some of the big names in theater during his time, he talked about Bate Bison. Bate Bison, who is of late, is actually one of the Jones. When you have to, I was in the university then. He's still resting in perfect peace. He talked about Mr. Tangi Sunfa. Are there some other persons you want to mention?
David Chiebuni. We have Dr. Asheri Kilo.
Yeah.
When she was in Boya University. We have Mr. Fone, he's a lecturer in Boya University.
Okay.
I have N.C. Elias. He's working with the American Embassy now, but he's one of those persons who was leading a lot as far as theater is concerned. Mr. Taproot.
Okay.
I have Pam Menget of blessed memory. These are, the guys who really did something.
Okay.
And they have Pam Musin. I'm with him in Sosilada, the Copyright Corporation of Literature and Dramatic Art.
Okay. Carissa, do you have any other questions?
None, unless Grandpa would want to give us maybe a 10-second monologue, or if he can, or if you want to.
I think the music they say a cappella. I don't know how it's called. With
monologue.
Carissa wants you to do something that I see you on stage at the moment.
See me like Ayana with my spear. The spear the old man gave me. The old man who took my blanket. The blanket the women gave me. The women who took my palm oil. The palm oil the farmer gave me. The farmer who took my cutlass. The cutlass the blacksmith gave me. The blacksmith who took my knife. The knife my neighbor gave me. See me like Rihanna with my spear.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank you
wow.
very much, Mr. Vuga Samson.
Oh, thank you
very
so
for
much.
taking out time. Yes, thank you for taking time to be part of the program, Apex Snapshot, this afternoon out of your busy schedule. Carissa, that is what we could put together for today's edition of the program. My name is Wanchia Cynthia. I had Mr. Vuga Samson, alias Grandpa, as my guest for the program today. Until when the next edition comes off, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, and thank you for putting for us this wonderful package. And thank you, Mr. Vuga Samson, for passing by. It's been a pleasure having you here on Apex One Radio, and we wish you the best for your future endeavors. And keep encouraging the youths, keep making Cameroon better.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you again for tuning in with Apex One Radio. Stay with us on www.apexoneradio.com. Apex One Radio, your radio.